Sierra Burgess is a Loser made its Netflix debut on August 30th, 2018, and has been receiving flack for the title character's actions throughout the film, who is portrayed by Stranger Things actress Shannon Purser. Sierra Burgess's Loser is a very fitting title based on the character's choices throughout the film. Based on the 1897 play Cyrano de Bergerac by Edmond Rostand, Sierra Burgess's Loser follows the story of Sierra, a smart but unpopular girl who is aspiring to get into Stanford University. Although she doesn't fit the beautiful girl stereotype, she has a witty and charming personality. Veronica, the popular and mean cheerleader, constantly tries to put Sierra down by prodding at her appearance, which Sierra easily looks past and defends with her wit. One day, Veronica is at a diner with her friends when Jamie, a cute but dorky football player from a neighboring school, approaches her sheepishly and asks for her number. In true mean girl fashion, Veronica gives him Sierra's number to try and embarrass her further, since Veronica is dating a douchey college guy named Spence. Jamie begins texting Sierra, thinking he's talking to Veronica, and their relationship develops based on a lie, considering Sierra doesn't reveal her true self until the end of the movie. As this progresses, she tells her best friend Dan, and he immediately warns her of what could happen since she is 100% catfishing Jamie. This leads to the snowball that makes Sierra Burgess's motives problematic. This is red flag number 1, and where everything starts going downhill. The relationship between Jamie and Sierra is established on a bed of lies. As a movie targeted at a teenage demographic, this seems to be an odd path to go down. Soon after, Veronica's college boyfriend breaks up with her because he believes she's too dumb. Sierra then swoops in to cut her a deal. Sierra will tutor Veronica in exchange for Veronica to help keep up the facade that Jamie is actually texting Veronica by sending pictures to him. As their friendship progresses, Sierra starts to understand why Veronica is the way she is based on her home life and past experiences. Soon they become friends with one another. As Sierra sees into Veronica's home life, it really showcases why she is the way she is. These moments in the movie help sympathize with the typical bully and help gain understanding that sometimes bullies bully in order to feel the power or confidence they are stripped of when at home, especially in Veronica's case. Unfortunately, the positives of this partnership turn into negatives. One night the two are hanging out and Jamie requests to Skype Veronica. To cover up for the fact that Sierra is catfishing him, Veronica sits in front of the webcam and mouths the words a few seconds after Sierra speaks them off camera. They tell Jamie that the Wi-Fi is bad so that the video and audio is lagging, but in reality the Wi-Fi is doing just fine and they're playing him. After the call ends, they cheer because he bought into the lie, and at this point this makes me disappointed in Veronica for allowing Sierra to keep up the facade. I personally wished she would have stepped in and been like, hey, this isn't funny anymore. Jamie eventually asks Sierra out on a date and she agrees with the help from Veronica. At the end of a very fun date, he tries to kiss Veronica, but she insists that he close his eyes. While his eyes are closed, Sierra is encouraged by Veronica to come out of hiding. Sierra kisses Jamie while he believes he's kissing Veronica. This is one of the biggest red flags we see in the movie. Although the catfishing is incredibly messed up, Jamie believes he's kissing Veronica, not Sierra. This is a non-consensual scenario, and I think with today's climate, this is a no-fly situation. I'm personally surprised that this scene wasn't given a second look. After the date, their schools play each other in football. Before the game, Jamie sees Veronica and he kisses her. Veronica is upset about this because she feels as though she has betrayed Sierra. But Jamie remains confused since they had already kissed, in his head at least. Unfortunately, Sierra saw the kiss and assumed that Veronica did it to be mean to her, and she begins hatching her plan to get revenge. This also shows us that Sierra really doesn't trust Veronica as much as she thought. This emphasizes on that insecurity that lives deep within Sierra, that instead of confronting Veronica, she's just about to slap back. Sierra reveals to the whole school that Veronica's douchey college ex dumped her over text. For Veronica, this is super private and takes a hit at her ego. Because of this, Veronica has to tell Jamie the truth about who he has been talking to this whole time. While trying to explain herself, Jamie recognizes Sierra's voice. He is so rightfully upset that he tells the girls to stay away from him before retreating from the football field. In the aftermath, Sierra writes an apology song and sends it to Veronica to try and show her how sorry she is for doing what she did. In return, Veronica sends the song to Jamie and tells him what a wonderful person Sierra actually is. Jamie forgives her and decides to take her to homecoming. He confesses that Sierra is just his type and expresses his true feelings for her before he drives them to homecoming. Upon arrival, Sierra and Veronica lock eyes, and without even having to say anything, they embrace. And everything is all happy, nothing's wrong anymore, everyone's forgiven each other. But in all honesty, that's a load of crap. And here's why. In my opinion, I think the base idea was a good idea, but the fact that the writers want us to sympathize with a character who lies throughout the film makes me want to cringe. I personally can't sympathize with Sierra since she did lie to Jamie the whole time, while he was honest and truthful throughout the film. There were so many opportunities to tell him the truth, yet she decided not to. What this theory does make me understand, though, is just how insecure she is about herself, and that makes my heart swell for her a little bit. That's about all the sympathy I have for Sierra, though, in this movie. This movie's goal, in my opinion, was to make audiences feel that no matter how you look, you're capable of finding love and should love yourself no matter what. This is a great message, but because of the problematic elements on the way, the meaning gets lost. Also, I feel as though by the end of the movie, Sierra has reached a point of no return, and the ending is the director's and writer's way of making it a happy ending. They cram the apology song into the ending, and automatically that's supposed to fix everything. I don't find that to be a really realistic outlook. Something I would like to note that was great about the movie was the way the actors conveyed emotions throughout the movie. I've personally been an insecure teenage girl, and I found it easy to relate with Sierra, especially at her lowest points. Unfortunately, the small light at the end of the tunnel wasn't enough for me to support the film and the choices made along the way. If you want a movie that showcases a teenage girl with body image issues, insecurity, and eventually gains that confidence, I would skip over Sierra Burgess as a loser and watch Dumplin' on Netflix instead. Thanks for watching.